It was another action-packed day in Port Charles. In case you missed General Hospital, here is a new recap. Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, visits Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, at GH to discuss moving in with Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson. She tells Willow that she thinks it is a bad idea that might make her custody battle even messier. Willow also tells Nana about her mother-in-law, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, nearly dying earlier in the day and how it is weighing on her. Nina thinks Carly's close call is just one more reason for Nina not to live with Drew. So much so that she offers to buy her daughter a home of her own. Willow isn't saying yes, but she will think about it. Make sure to check out our weekly GA spoilers here. Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, arrives at Drew's new home to tell him that his attorney, Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, is on a plane to California courtesy of her. She gleefully fills him in on Martin being a deadbeat ex-husband, and then wants to see if he is willing to discuss the crypt. Drew reassures Tracy that he will simply find himself a new attorney to continue their fight. As they trade barbs, Willow walks through the front door. She also vilifies Tracy for not welcoming Drew into the family with open arms and tells her that the current situation is her own doing. Tracy tells her that in a short time Willow will be saying the same words to herself in the mirror, and then she leaves. Ava Jerome, Maura West, has a meeting with her accountant who tells her that she is still broke despite Nina's recent loan. He tells her that she should stock up on Raymond and keep her shopping sprees in the past. Ava knows that she should do that, but doesn't want to. When it comes time to order another drink, instead of having another martini, Ava instead orders whatever they have on draft. Nana arrives to have a drink with Ava, sees the beer, and insists on buying them a real drink. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gran, arrives at the PCPD because Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, called her. He was just arrested for grand theft auto. Molly Lansing, Kristen Vanagos, is the ADA on the case. She and her mom fight over who should recuse themselves until Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, shows up and leans in on Alexis. Molly's parents keep fighting until Cody gets them to stop. He explains that he was arrested for trying to get into his own car, and that it was all a misunderstanding. Molly verifies that he is telling the truth, pushing Alexis into another office while Cody takes a walk with Rick. He tells Rick that fighting with Alexis is only hurting Millie, who has already experienced enough pain in the last year. At the same time, Molly asks Alexis to stop losing her mind every time she sees Rick, because it's bad for her health. Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, arrives home to find Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, about to pick the lock. He tells her that he wants to see Charlotte, and Laura explains that she is with her brother for the night. His daughter is entitled to a stable life, and she insists that he leave her alone so that she can have it. Valentin believes that he is in way over his head, and Laura encourages him to turn himself in, saying that she will protect him. Valentin believes that if he stays in Port Charles, he will be killed, so he has no choice but to run. Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, walks in and then talks to her ex alone. He believes that he will likely never see Charlotte again and asks Lulu to make sure their daughter knows how loved that she is. Lulu thanks him for giving Charlotte back to her, and then he leaves. Lulu tells Laura she thinks that Valentin is in a lot of trouble. Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, is on the phone when Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, arrives. He tells Sonny about Lulu wanting their son to live with him. Dante doesn't want to take her to court, but he is not giving up custody. Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, wakes in her hospital bed to find Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, holding her hand. Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, walks in and fills Carly in on what has happened. Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, has also called Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, to let him know where Carly is. Jack is relieved to know that Carly is going to be okay, and now he intends to make Valentin pay for poisoning her. Jason arrives and finds out that it was likely Valentin who poisoned Carly. He has warned her to stay away from Jack in the past, but bites his tongue and instead tells her how glad he is that she is okay. While in the hallway, Jack takes a call from Sonny, who tells him that Valentin is in town and has a boat waiting for him at Pier 55 to leave Port Charles. Jack thanks him and evens the score by telling him that Carly is a patient at GH. Jack is then out the door immediately and on his way to kill Valentin. Sonny arrives at GH to see Carly, and he tells Jason that Jack is on his way to the pier to get Valentin. He asks Jason to follow him to make sure that Jack completes the job. Anna is also on her way to the pier to save Valentin, because he is Charlotte's father. Jack arrives at Pier 55 just in time and holds Valentin at gunpoint. Make sure that you check back here for more General Hospital recaps and spoilers. Remember to keep watching the soap on ABC to find out what is coming up next. Port Charles doesn't slow down, not for heartbreak, not for betrayal, and certainly not for the deadly games brewing beneath the surface. On March 19, General Hospital delivered a fiery episode packed with high stakes, emotional gut punches, and twists that could reshape the landscape of several lives. While Carly finds her footing after a harrowing ordeal, Valentin's grip on survival grows thinner by the minute, and Ava, well, the queen of reinvention may have finally hit rock bottom. Let's start with the indomitable Carly Spencer. After weeks of turbulence following the warehouse explosion, Carly's resilience was on full display. While fans feared her injuries might take a more devastating turn, today's episode put those worries to rest. Carly is going to be okay, but surviving physically is only part of the battle. Carly's hospital room became a revolving door of visitors, but it was her emotional scene with Jocelyn that stole the spotlight. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Carly admitted that she was scared, not just of dying, but of losing herself in the chaos that surrounded her life ever since Sunny spiraled. Jocelyn, ever the fierce daughter, reminded her mother of just how strong she is. You walk through fire more than once. You don't crumble, you rise, Joss said, eyes brimming with emotion. And rise, Carly did. By the end of the episode, she was up, walking, albeit slowly, and even pushing back against hospital staff to let her get discharged early. Classic Carly, refusing to be sidelined for long. But make no mistake, this brush with death has changed her. The question is, what will she do with her second chance? Meanwhile, across town, a very different fate may be unfolding for Valentin Cassadine. After weeks of shady business dealings and covert conversations, Valentin's secrets are coming home to roost, and they may cost him his life. Anna Devane, ever the brilliant investigator, finally connected the dots on Valentin's ties to Pikeman. The look on her face when she read the classified files was chilling. This isn't just about espionage anymore. It's about betrayal, danger, and the man she thought she knew. But Valentin didn't make things easier for himself today. Instead of coming clean, he doubled down. He met with a mysterious contact in the shadows of Pier 47, clearly shaken, clearly desperate. I can't protect Anna if the truth comes out, he said, his voice low and broken. But is it really about protecting Anna or himself? Later in the episode, Valentin began experiencing sharp chest pains. Is it stress? Something more sinister? Or a side effect of his dark dealings? Fans were left with a haunting image. Valentin collapsing in his penthouse, alone, his phone just out of reach. With no one around to help, his future remains perilously uncertain. Then there's Ava Jerome. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. If anyone thought Ava was immune to consequences, today proved otherwise. The episode opened with her receiving devastating news from her financial advisor. She's officially broke. Between legal fees, hush money, and a string of failed investments, Ava's empire has crumbled beneath her. And she's furious. Her frustration boiled over in a scene with Nina at the Metro Court Bar. I built everything from nothing, and now it's all gone, Ava hissed through gritted teeth, swirling her martini. Nina tried to offer comfort, but Ava wasn't having it. You still have Crimson. You still have Sunny's money. I have ashes. But Ava's downfall might just be the beginning of her next reinvention. Later in the episode, she confronted Sunny, trying to guilt him into a financial favor. But Sunny, already unraveling from his own stress, was cold and unmoved. I don't owe you anything, he growled before walking away. That rejection may have been the final straw. By episode's end, Ava was seen making a mysterious phone call. I'm ready to make a deal, she said, eyes flickering with that dangerous glint we all know too well. Broke or not, Ava's not done playing the game. She's just switching strategies, and we'd all be wise to watch our backs.